Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports Bites. Sports Bites, we are your number one sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds, sports and snacks. Glad to have everybody here tonight. Hope you're ready for a great episode. Tonight, we are coming to you again from beautiful Varsity Park Studios at Varsity Park Franklin, Roanoke's newest innovative storage and business center. Check them out on Facebook or at varsityparkfranklin.com. Everybody, I hope you're geared up and ready for this episode tonight because, boy, do we have a great one for you. Tonight, our guest, to my right, we've got my brother, Don Schro. How you doing tonight?
Guys, how we doing? Doing great.
Enjoying the evening?
Enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Long day of work, but we're here now.
That's it. Good to have you here. Across from me, Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike on the mic. How you doing tonight, Brent?
Randy, I'm good, brother.
Doing well this evening, ready for a geared up episode?
Doing well. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, tonight, we have quite the special evening. Tonight we have our first official, first ever athlete guest on the Sports Bites podcast.
It's going to be sweet.
And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Let's go ahead and introduce tonight's very special guest, Brian Lopez from the DC, who wears the 8 but plays the 10 for newly promoted under-23s Liga. Brian, come on in here, bro.
What's up, Brian?
What's going on, bro? Yeah, man, good to have you on, dude. Good to have you on, man. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Got us a soccer player.
Y'all say how you doing tonight, bro?
How y'all doing tonight?
Doing
Doing good, man.
Glad to have you on.
Glad to have our first guest.
Yes. This is big time, bro. This is big time. I'm excited.
This is huge.
Me too.
Absolutely. Well, so way we always go ahead and start this thing off like we usually do. We want to thank everybody for the likes and the subscribers out there. Thank you all so much for being a part of the Sports Bites family. Thank you for sticking through this whole thing, being a part of this from the very beginning. The comments, the engagement. Thank you all so much for just being a part of this podcast. We love you guys, and we do this for you.
Yes, sir.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Is that it?
That was pretty good.
go ahead, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button if you're not a part of this yet. And if you've got friends, family, people who just aren't a part of the Sports Bites family yet, get them on board too.
And if you're watching right now, say hello in the chat. I see 13 folks watching. So hello.
We already got guys in the
How's
chat.
everybody?
We're ramping
Give
up
us
on
a-
the live.
give us a shout. We'll
So-
give you a shout.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited about that. But again, thank you so much to the fans for being a part of this. We love you guys, and we have really enjoyed, especially these last few weeks. This has just been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Shout out varsity.
Absolutely.
Making it
Yeah,
happen.
shout out
Made
to
it happen
Varsity,
for
most
us.
Definitely, most definitely.
It's been awesome.
Well, let's go ahead and get this thing geared off. You know how it starts off.
It
next.
always
You know-
starts, man.
You know the next
I hope you
step
brought
of
a
this.
little bit of an appetite.
Yes.
I got snacks.
So we're gonna go ahead.
Snack man
Yeah,
himself.
so
Let's see what we got for
I
our
got-
snack reviews
since
tonight.
this is a big episode, we're gonna do 3 snacks.
Okay.
We got a
Okay.
trio.
So, I got a couple sweet ones and a savory one. So
All right, show us.
the first one, we're gonna start with the savory one. Now, if you watched this episode before, I had Pop Daddy's pretzels on here last time.
Pop Daddy.
The Thai honey curry pretzels. Well, I went back and got a new flavor. This
Sounds
is
good.
Mexican street corn pretzel sticks. All right. Now, I've had other Mexican street corn flavored things.
Nice little
They're
seed.
very hit or miss, but I'm trusting Pop Daddy pretzels.
Now, are they natural or artificially flavored?
Let's find out.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Are they natural?
I know, babe. 3 snacks. You missed a night, and look, we're busting out 3 snacks on you.
Trio.
These are naturally flavored. They're right off a pretzel tree,
So
Robert.
I'm like, yeah. So wait a minute. So I expect
Anything
they're gonna
pretzels.
taste like a real piece of corn, right?
I'm guessing. Actually, I couldn't read it fast
Anything
enough. You put me on the spot. It says
Rachel said besmircher.
Robert is the besmircher, but all right. So I'll grab a little handful. You can have a few, and we'll pass it over.
Yep.
Pass
Get
it
this
along. Now, are you familiar with what actually Mexican street corn is?
One time, and I had the casserole,
I
not
like-
the real thing.
Okay. All right.
I've actually been to Mexico City and I've had like legit.
All right.
So he's got the highest bar.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
Well,
it a lot.
cheers.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Cheers, mates. Let's do it.
Is that what Mexican street corn tastes like? Because that's pretty fucking good. Sorry for cussing.
No, it is pretty good.
Yeah. I like it. It's different.
Look, all 3 of us are like, oh, this is pretty good. Brett brought it. He's over here like,
It's got a smoky flavor on it that I'm
It
not.
does, yeah.
That
It's like
I think what they're trying to get with that is like the grilled
the grill.
corn.
I like savory now.
I like it. I like it. I might need some more just for research purposes, but
Give him
yeah.
My man.
Oh yeah.
Let's get Josh's take on
Josh.
it.
yeah. Got to get Josh in on the.
I think he's gonna like them.
So this is our thing, man. I'm sure you've seen if you watching the episodes.
Yeah, I saw, I think last week or 2 weeks ago.
Mhm. So we always got to do the snack review.
Yeah, I remember you guys had a blue talkie or
Oh
I don't know what.
Oh,
flavor.
the Bucking Ranch
Bucking Ranch.
tacos. Oh man, those were so
Oh
good.
my god.
Gave those a 10.
I bought another bag of those last week, I think. Last week or the week before. They were so good.
Yeah, Buck and Ranch.
I'm warming up to them.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, you got some guys on here, my boy.
I was gonna say that is Brian Lopez.
Amir Martinez.
Spain. That's the guy.
Amir Martinez.
Amir, yeah, that's one of my
That's
your
the
boy?
man, the
Yeah.
myth, the legend.
He said,
right
"Is that
there.
Brian Lopez?"
Yeah,
Yes.
and shout out
it
to
is
Amir though.
Brian
Shout out
Lopez.
to Samuel Lenderos. You know, they're all my boys over
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm talking about.
Get some followers.
All right.
today.
Yeah.
All right, what
All
do
right,
you got?
guys.
Are you ready?
On the list.
You ready for something a little spicy, a little caliente?
I was kind of surprised nobody got my comment, my joke.
here we
when
go.
When you messaged that picture to the group.
This is
Muy caliente, huh?
Brittle Brothers Nashville Hot Peanut Brittle. So it's going to be like a little sweet, a little spicy.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
these
sure the
could
Brittle
be very
Nashville.
good.
The
I would
Brittle
say
brothers are the
Nashville.
3 dudes that they shot at the beginning of
Oh, Django.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. That's the
I've never
Brittle
seen that
brothers.
movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen Django.
A lot of movies.
It's
All right. There you go, sir.
It's a really good movie, but it's kind of messed up. Very
Okay.
good.
Nashville Hot Peanut Brittle. So
Nashville-
here's the thing about
Yeah, this
Nashville
is-
Hot Peanut Brittle.
It's gonna be like
Even though it's not
Very
freeze
different.
dried,
Let me give it
the
a-
bar for peanut brittle got set so high by Rob at Big Daddy's Munchies. Rob, I know it's been a while, man. We miss you and love you, dude. Hope
yeah.
everything's going well for you.
I'll get you back on.
So the bar is set really high for peanut brittle because of Rob. So
Nashville
this is
Hot.
gonna have
All
to
right.
be really good.
All right, let's try it.
All right, let's
It's
see
gonna
what we
be
got.
sweet
Here
and
we go.
salty. It's gonna be like Waiting for
Okay.
the hot.
Not getting a lot of hot.
Waiting
Hold
for
on.
the hot.
Yep.
It's
I'm
gonna
waiting
kick
on
in.
it.
It's gonna kick. And 5. 4.
I get a little. I could stand. It needs to be hotter.
Yeah.
I could stand for it to be
It's a
hotter.
little. It got a little kick in it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I feel more sweet than spicy.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's mostly sugar.
Now, we'll
But they
say,
got to amp it up, though.
when you swallow that first bite, you feel it as it goes down.
That's what she said.
It is what she said.
No, I like it though, because it's like a tingle of hot, and it's supposed to be, peanut.
I know,
you
but I could use a little more hot.
But it does say Nashville hot, so that throws you off. So you're like, immediately you're thinking like,
I'm going
really
to
hot
Nashville
when you
later
bite
this
it.
summer. I'm looking forward to getting some like genuine Nashville hot chicken. I'm looking forward to
hot
that.
sauce.
It's good. For some people, like,
I like it though.
They
You
like eating
that little
spicy?
tingle?
Mm-hmm.
but not too spicy. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had another flavor that I almost got that was very interesting. It was dill pickle. Dill pickle
pickle.
and brittle. I didn't know how to feel about it. I wasn't about to push the boundaries.
That's
but
pushing
yeah,
the
yeah.
envelope a little bit
but
there, bro.
that was up there. All right.
I would say the second piece that I just ate, it is coming on like the more you eat, I'm sure the spicier it gets. Because I can feel a little bit of heat, but not much. Yeah. And sometimes I'm in the mood for something spicy. Sometimes I want something just a tiny little kick.
I know,
So
but
that
if
would
it
be
says
really
it's
good.
if it says
Yeah.
Nashville hot, I would expect it to be hot. So
Yeah.
That's what I
not yet, but
I'm usually not.
All
Hot
right.
guy, but that's it's pretty
this is
good.
our last one. And I got this
Good
one.
tingle.
It's sports themed. It's called Ballpark Crunch Toffee.
Yep.
By Mel's Toffee Company. It's got popcorn,
Crunch.
peanuts, pretzels, and drizzled with chocolate. So it's got, all the kind of stuff you want in ballpark.
all the ingredients to make
Oh,
a.
Josh, we got to get Josh in on the Nashville.
Oh
the
yeah,
Nashville
sorry. I'll
hot.
take when I take.
Josh
Hold
loves the spicy stuff. So.
All right. So this is like another kind of brittle piece here.
Oh,
It's
very interesting looking.
Here, hey man, I'll give Josh in the mix.
Here's that. All right. Oh, he got a big old piece. It looks good.
I got all pretzel, no chocolate.
Usually not a big hot guy, but that's good because it's a little tingle, not like too much.
All right, grab your piece there,
Oh, yeah,
Donnie.
Yeah.
Mills. The tiniest little piece fell into my hand and I ate it. Very buttery, I can tell already.
All right, let's see it. Toffee, let's go.
That's toffee.
Whoa. A strong coffee.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
I like toffee though.
I do like toffee. And I might even be a toffee snob. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that's not the best toffee.
Oh, it's only toffee. I'm gonna suck in your teeth.
Yeah, I like the
That's part of it.
the kind that's real brittle and just breaks like glass. That's kind of like what's more.
I just wanted
Okay.
a piece with some chocolate on it. I got like no chocolate in that
sweet.
bite. It was very good.
All right.
Make sure it's closed.
Rachel said savor some coffee. Oh, good catch.
Okay. All right. Rachel's asking to save some, so she can take that bag. We can take the bag home. If it doesn't make it home, it's because of Josh. He's eating. He's got a mouthful of it right now.
You remember the chocolate chip like crisp episode, and we were like, I'm gonna save some of these for my wife.
Oh, yeah.
We're passing around the whole episode.
And never made it
like
back.
One
It
left.
never made it back.
It was like one left by the end. You're like,
I came home, hat in hand, embarrassed with a have a cookie.
Got you some.
You said save me some.
I gave you one at least. You're lucky there's one.
Okay.
All right, fairly good.
Those would be fun to come back to.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
good.
And the best part is, Brian, we get to try them all again if you really want.
Right.
To, so
Yeah,
we
we're
can
gonna
review
think
them
about
at
our
the end.
rating
I
for
like
the
that,
end.
Do you guys rank them like third?
We just give it like a 1
It's like
to
1 to 10. You know,
Yeah.
one's absolutely terrible.
We've
10,
had
you know,
some
best
we've
thing
had
that you
some
ever-
zeros, we've had some tens.
Yeah.
I stick to half a like by half, 6, 6.5, 7s.
I think
Some
one of our
guys-
10s was the blue Taki. Somebody had a 10, like 9.5 that day or something.
I know. Did Robert do the 10 on the pretzels?
I don't know. I don't
ranch.
think Robert's ever handed out 10.
I do
maybe
by
a
half a
9.
score. Some guys do it by 10th of a score.
Yeah, I
it's
think
like however
somebody
shit,
did
man.
a
You
10.
can give it whatever you feel, man. Go.
I'd
go
already
with
got
what you feel.
snacks for this week, but on Saturday, whatever, my brother's house watched UFC fight, and he had the late night Doritos, the sizzling cheeseburger.
Any good?
Oh man,
They were really
that
good.
sounds
Really?
so good.
I was expecting them to suck. I was like, if these have
Some of
any
these
sort of
flavors are like
any sort of ketchup
top
flavor,
notch.
I'm gonna throw the bag out the window. They were very good. They were the
it's like
flavor
what's
they
the
were
use of
going
getting
for. They
regular
nailed it.
Doritos anymore. They got so many freaking good flavors.
I got a question.
What you got?
Do you guys get snacks like from all over the world? You know, because I know they got some. I know I've been on social media. Some people get like, I don't know, chicken wing, Lay's chips, or something from Asia. Or
We
something.
we had those on this show. Yeah.
So we've done,
a steak.
We've done some.
Or
Oh.
steak and potatoes.
Yeah, we did the
Those
steak.
were
We did.
so
We
good.
did. What is
Those are so
the
good.
biscuits? The terrible
Oh,
English.
golly.
Rachel liked them. I forget what they were
What
called.
were those things?
How about the Tutti
The
Frutti IHOP chips?
digestives.
Digestives. Oh yes.
Golly, dude. But yeah, we've tried. Yeah, most definitely. We try to.
Dude, the Tutti
We try to
Fruttis
branch
was
out.
The worst.
The,
It was
oh,
like IHOP
God,
strawberry
dude.
pancake chips. You'd think they'd be like sweet and salt.
They were the
It
most
was
vile
It tasted
thing.
like I don't
Those
even, I
all
couldn't
got
even
a
say the
0.
taste. That was our 1 or 0. Like
Okay.
all of them.
Yeah, but
for the year.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk
Whoa,
about it.
all right.
It's so bad. I still have flashbacks of that crap.
Let's do
All
it.
right, well, so got some snacks in us.
Yep.
Kind of suppress the appetite a little bit.
little bit,
We're gonna
yeah.
Go ahead and roll into our first topic that we got tonight. And it's kind of a big one, especially over the last couple of days. Now, there is no question that there has been a lot of media hype over the WNBA since the beginning of their season with Caitlin being drafted. Yes, there's a lot of great talent that was drafted as well, but Caitlin Clark was the first overall. She broke every possible record, it seemed like, in college basketball, men's and women's. She competed against Steph Curry in the three-point like, she is a baller. She is an absolute baller. And it appears as though some gals around the league don't really like her.
you don't say.
Yeah. So
Intimidated.
this week has been a big one. There was a game that she had gotten. There was, I think, two technicals that were given out at the same time. Then she had the game with Kennedy Carter that she got absolutely completely checked.
Yeah.
And I mean that was flagrant as it was flagrant as all get out.
Yeah.
And then we've got some other stuff. So I want to kind of delve into this because here's my thing. This is what I wanted to talk about is, the ladies in WNBA and a lot of people around the world that watch WNBA complain that they don't get paid as much. The revenue stream's not there. People don't watch this sport. It's not getting the ratings that it truly deserves. So you finally have a player who comes into the league, drafted 1 overall. Everybody is excited to see what she does in the league. She has a chance to really help change that league for the better, not just for her, but for all the women that play in that league. But you got women attacking her basically on the court. I want to talk about this because to me this is a big issue. And we've got Adam Miller over here commenting, and that I'm going to hit on that here in a minute too, that they're jealous of the attention on her and her team needs to back her up more. To me, more than anything, that was the big one that stuck out was where was her team during this whole
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I agree too.
You're I don't feel like you're never going to silence the haters. There's always going to be haters out there. No matter who you are and what sport you're playing, there's always going to be haters out there.
Yeah.
But that's your teammate's job to help defend you in those situations. So let's talk about it for a minute. Give me y'all's thoughts. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you think about just the scenario of do you guys believe that Caitlin Clark, being the level of player she is with all the media attention, really truly has the ability to boost these ratings, to boost ticket sales and get more revenue into the league so that they can boost what these people are getting paid?
I think she's already doing it. You look at the average attendance for a game that she's not playing in and a game that she is playing in. You look at the jersey sales, you look at the ticket sales. She's put, for all intents and purposes, put the WNBA in the spotlight. So that's why a hard foul or a hip check, we would not be talking about this on any other she was not involved in it.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's probably coming from a position of jealousy with all these other ladies.
Yep.
Because some of these vets, they've been in the WNBA for years with no shine whatsoever. Then this, Caitlin Clark comes in, and now they're getting all the attention, but they're not sure if it's, warranted because she's a rookie, right?
Yep.
So maybe it's a little hazing, maybe it's a little jealousy. I don't know, but I think it goes against the best interest of the league as a whole. Some people try to make it about race. Some people try to make it things that it's really not. Okay, it's just she's putting this league, like I said, under the spotlight, and I think she'll stick through it. And at the end of the day, if she just goes out there, puts her numbers up, and keeps grinding, let the people check her, let people say what they want. She's gonna still go out there and get buckets.
Yeah.
She's still gonna out there get assists and get rebounds. And their team's going to be better off for it. So, I think this is not the first time she's been hated on like this. So I think she's a gritty young lady. She'll push through. She'll be fine. And, the haters will stay haters because that's just what they are. They're just haters.
So let me ask you this before, and I'm going to give you, because I want you to have your chance at this one too. But what you said, let them hit check you. Let them take their shots. Just fight through it. So here's the thing. I can't tell you how many comments I saw on Twitter today, watching the videos, reading all these articles and stuff, where all of these people were like, if you take her out of the game, I'm not watching anymore. These intentional fouls that are completely flagrant, if she gets hurt through one of these absolutely uncalled for fouls and there's nobody doing anything about it, I'm just going to stop watching the WNBA, which is completely counterintuitive to what they want the WNBA to go.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it? Like,
I think a lot of them are threatened already, even though she just joined the league. Like, she has such like a high presence coming from college. Like, the other day I saw on SportsCenter, it was one of the better players on the opposing team. She was guarding Caitlin Clark all game, and she made one of her free throws. Well, she forgot she had a second free throw. She jumped back to Caitlin Clark. It's like, all right, I'm on you now. Like, let's go. She was like, you got a second free throw to shoot. Might want to go do that before you guard me.
Yeah.
Just that's like her presence, what she does for the game. I think it's awesome just because like I haven't really seen a woman like this since like Diana Taurasi when she played for UConn, and she came up to the WNBA with such like a high presence, a big name, and it took her a while to get settled in, but once she did, she's about to be like WNBA legend. She's still going right now, doing great things. So like I think she has the capability. I think a lot of these women are threatened by her presence, and just everyone's talking about her and not them. That's the main thing. Like she's brought like a lot of media to the WNBA now, but they want a lot of the attention to be on them instead of just her.
Most definitely.
And I agree, so to a certain extent, because it's becoming more popular. It's not just her that's doing it. It was Cardoso, it was Angel Reese, it was a lot of those big names coming out of college. Like those girls are balling out too. Yeah, it's not just her. So I think she's doing more for the sport. I think she's bringing a lot bigger attention and more of a presence than people have had before. As far as viewership.
I agree. Real quick, Luis Garcia, man. Your boy over here shouting out to
yeah.
his favorite
Luis.
midfielder,
Yeah.
dog.
He's always there at the game supporting us,
Nice.
My boy.
Killian and
Brian Gopez, man.
Brian
He's
Gopez.
got the GOAT out there.
She's actually my boss, so
There you go.
yeah, that's the one.
Well, so we're staying on the subject. We had this girl, Chennedy Carter. Let's see, real quick. Nicknamed herself Hollywood, declared for WNBA draft early in 2020. First round, 4th overall pick by Atlanta. Got terminated by Atlanta in 2021 after threatening to beat up her own teammates, conduct detrimental to the team. 2022, LA Sparks picked her up and waived her mid-season for poor conduct. 2023, she played abroad in Turkey, and then 2024 signed with Chicago Sky, and she's already having big-time issues in Chicago. Brian, what's your thoughts on this thing, man? Like, it's a lot of aggressive play towards a girl who's really trying to help benefit the whole league. Yeah, she's on her game too. Like that's her job. She's got to play her game. But that just seems a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, props to Caitlin. Nothing is phasing her. She's doing her thing. She's doing her job. Not a lot of girls can go through that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They'll get scared or something. They don't want to play anymore. Or they're scared of the threats. But props to her. She's doing her thing, and I agree with you what you said earlier. And I feel like her teammates should back her up. But like I said, if someone, for me as an athlete myself, if someone's doing better than me, I want to. That's motivation for me to do better.
Yes.
Like I want to do better than her.
Well put. Yes.
But some other players have different mentality than me. But that's from my take at least. But I definitely her teammates should back her up because I just saw a comment like Dennis Rodman would never let this slide.
Absolutely.
Same with Draymond Green.
Absolutely.
He's always Draymond Green is a player who I want on my team. Someone I know that's gonna have my back. And I'm that type of player. Sometimes when there's like a harsh tackle, I'm there getting back. That's how it should be. Because you guys train almost every single day. You guys play games. You guys basically family.
Absolutely.
You want to have your family's back. But hearing those type of stuff is wild.
Well, it sounds to me like Indiana might need to hire get them an enforcer somewhere.
Yeah, they need. What's the guy from Mighty Ducks? What's he doing?
Oh, right.
Messi, when he plays in Miami, he actually has a bodyguard on him 24/7. Like, even in the games and everything. Maybe they got to do that for Caitlin-Clark, just have a bodyguard on her.
Right?
Well, they've got Aaliyah Boston down in the post. She's pretty big.
Yeah. I mean, she's got to step up in that moment.
Seriously.
I will say, huge comment over here.
Yeah, this is a big one.
That's a big comment on here. I'll let you want to holler it out?
Yeah, go ahead. Last one.
I don't know if Brian got it on his.
Brian was the main reason R was able to ascend this season. So glad we have such talented 10 playing for us.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Fernie.
That's a big comments, bro.
Fernie,
That's a
he's
big
also,
comments. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad people are looking up to me. Like, I'm not sure if I'm their role model, but I'm definitely a role model to my little siblings, my two little brothers.
We got a celebrity on today, boy.
Yeah, but they look at me like they'll be like, I want to be like Brian, So
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't want to set a bad example, so I don't know if I'm doing a role model to them kids, because majority of them, they are younger than me. I'm one of the oldest one, so it's happy.
That's
hear,
awesome.
Like,
that's a big comment right there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I came from really like down below. If you guys saw me 4 years ago, like, yeah, this guy's not making pro, but.
Sweet.
But I'm glad that I'm motivating them to like strive for more.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Stick with it.
Well, so I got one more thing on the WNBA that I want to go over, and this kind of just, I want to say, like, exemplifies the issue to me. But we've got this Angel Reese interview, and I've watched it a couple times. I don't know if you guys have seen it. She's talking about her team and the rivalry and just the scope of things in the WNBA, and it really she talks about taking the villain role. She's like, I'll take that for my team. I'll do that. I'll be the villain. But everything I'm hearing from her doesn't sound like, it sounds like she's being selfish and she isn't happy that there's another player who has the spotlight. Right. So we're going to run the clip. We've got the clip with us. We're going to run the clip and let everybody take a look and take a listen and kind of gear in their opinions as well as you guys. So let's run that clip real quick.
I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
So I'm going to go down in history, and people are going to realize that this league is not about one person. It's about me too. It's because of me too. And I want y'all to understand that. Those words, like, if you were really, like, if that was the role you were looking at taking and that was the direction, I can understand saying people are going to look back and say that the reason people are watching the WNBA isn't because of one person. It's because of a bunch of people. But that's not what she said. She said it's because of me too. So that tells me that's not a person who's like the league is bigger than just her. That's a person who's like, I'm just as big as her, and you aren't giving me my due props too. And I think again that goes into the whole thing about the whole league should look at this as a benefit to all of them. You said it perfectly. Attendance.
Yeah.
Indiana Fever games are averaging over 15,000 people a game. Chicago with Angel Reese, they're averaging less than 8,000 a game. People aren't coming to see Angel Reese; they're coming to see Caitlin Clark.
No, that's true. I'm not a Caitlin, or not a what's her name? Angel Reese. I'm not an Angel Reese fan. I think aside from everything that she says, I just think she is a poor sportswoman. Like she is, like when her teammate hip checked Caitlin Clark into the first row, she's up there, standing up there clapping. That is just poor sportsmanship. That's just being a garbage person.
Yeah.
But the two of them have been tied at the hip since college, as far as hero, anti-hero. And Caitlin Clark's 2-1 against her in college, you know. And when she knocked, you know, when Iowa beat LSU, she's up, Andrew's up there crying. She's publicly telling, oh, there's no problems. We don't have any beef. She's a good player. But when you watch her on the sidelines, it's a completely different story. So if you just don't like her, just say, I don't like her. I don't like anything she stands for. And it should be the Angel Reese show. Just say that.
Yes.
I'll have a little bit more respect for you. I won't watch the Angel Reese show, but at least go out there and say what you're about.
Yes.
So when you're two-faced like this and you're just a garbage person, I don't play that. So I do not root for her in any regard. I wish her nothing but failure.
I like it.
That's how I feel.
I like
about
it.
her.
Tell me how you feel, Dr. Mike.
She sucks. Like she really sucks. And she looked and you know the
Dude, I knew it was coming.
the sloth from Ice Age? You know the sloth from Ice Age? What's his name? She looks like him.
I want to say Manny, but Manny's the
Yeah, you know, his eyes are like, she looks bizarre.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
We might have to do a
side
by side.
Somebody
do a
comment, tell me who
side-by-side.
that name of that sloth is.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, that's exactly who she looks like. So I don't like her. I don't like. And she's okay, but her game isn't like something I haven't seen before. When I watch Caitlin Clark play basketball, that's something I haven't seen before.
Yes.
Or haven't seen a lot of. So I she's obnoxious, dude. Get her off my TV.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Well, I agree. Sid. Give me your thoughts, Don. Same thing.
I liked watching Angel Reese play, you know, in college because she was kind of like that villain, you know, but in like a good way. She wasn't like completely downplaying the sportsmanship thing or like anything like that. She was playing like solely for her team. In her last 2 years, I mean, she won a championship. She almost got back her last year. And then as soon as she kind of got into the WNBA, I feel like her humbleness, you know, it kind of went down a little bit. She's kind of just, I don't know. She's kind of getting a little bit cocky a little bit too quickly, I feel like, because she got drafted with Cardoso, so those are like twin towers of that team. Like those are two really dominant post players that you have on your team that can grow for years to come if they decide to keep them. That's what she should be focusing on, is finding chemistry and growth with that other player and the rest of her team, rather than, you know, all the outside mumbo jumbo and just, I don't know, all the interviews and stuff like that. Like I like for example, LeBron's obviously my favorite player of all time, but my second favorite is Kawhi Leonard, because he's a champion on and off the court. He doesn't do the talking. He doesn't do like the crazy interview. Like
He does not talk.
He literally lets his actions speak. He lets his ball playing speak. He doesn't speak with his words. He lets his playing do the talking. That's why I like him so much. Like that's what Angel Reese should do. She's so talented. Her mouth's not talented, but her abilities are. And I feel like if she harnesses that in and becomes more humble as a player, she'll get better. With all this nonsense, she's just gonna lower herself and make people, you know, not follow her, you know, as well.
No. Yeah.
She's not humble. She's never been humble. She's always
I didn't
been
say
loud
she
and
was. I said
obnoxious.
She needs to be. She needs to be more humble.
You know,
Well, I was
that's-
gonna
but
say,
she's
I don't
like
know
a
how
heel.
much-
She's like a wrestling heel.
I don't
right?
know how much humbleness. If she was humble, she may have been on camera. I don't think she's ever truly had authentic humbleness.
I'll always mention LeBron.
I would say Rachel roasts and Don over here. What do you think, Brian? Like, I mean, again, you got yet another player who obviously isn't happy with the spotlight being on Caitlin Clark. I mean, it's all to benefit the league. Like, if she plays well, she's doing her thing. I mean, does it sound like the same to you? I mean, does it sound like, just kind of some jealousy about that whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I've been keeping up with. I mean, I don't watch it, but I be keeping up with girls college basketball.
Yeah.
But I low key did like the cockiness from Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only reason I liked it is because she backed it up.
exactly.
True.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I
and
liked it
then
'cause she backed
I
it
like
up.
when players when they talk trash, but they can back it up.
Exactly.
I don't like those type of players that talk trash, but they're trash themselves.
Yeah.
So I feel like she just got, comfortable with the basketball in college, but now she's in a new level.
gotta
She's not.
respect the game.
Yeah, and there's players that been in the league more than hers. You know how every league, how they look at the rookie. You're just a rookie.
Yeah.
So I feel
You
like
gotta
she
earn
should get
respect.
a couple seasons under her belt. And then start talking that trash.
Yeah.
I
see
But
that.
yeah, but now that she's
Cast out
still
the bag.
she's getting that bag, she's still talking that trash, but she's not performing well.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's not bad, don't get me wrong, but you gotta back it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
for me, Caitlin Clark is like a Kawhi Leonard.
Mhm.
I don't see her talking at all, but
No.
she's draining threes. She's like Stephen Curry.
She's getting
Yeah.
better and better. You can
Yeah.
tell she's improving.
Well, and that game I was just talking about with the two technicals, that was the first time I've seen her step out into that moment where she kind of snapped for a moment. But I'm like, at some point, you get pushed so much.
Yeah,
you
You
can only
finally
take
are
but so
like,
much
all right, I'm
crap.
done taking this shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna do something about it.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. She's very controlled. Like, and that's one good thing about her game. I feel like that's why she's had a lot of success, is because she maintains control.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
just part of the. We can't stop her from draining logo threes. We're just going to psychologically mess with her because if she gets an open look, she's probably going to make it.
Yeah.
It was the woman guarding her a few nights ago. There was like, all she can do is shoot threes, and that's about it. Okay, so she's destroying you guys in the
When she
paint.
distribute too, she gets
In the
spotted.
paint, driving to the hoop, threes, assists, and
Yeah.
rebounds as a guard, and she can only shoot threes.
Yeah, and what happened,
That's
like,
pretty weird.
with women like spreading love, having each other's back.
Yeah, lift each other up.
You know,
right?
They're
yeah,
jealous. They
I thought that's what they wanted, the revenue, the numbers,
Exactly.
and then now that they have
they
it,
feel threatened. They see
Yeah.
this star showing up in their league, and they're like, "We're gonna make sure she doesn't do good." That's not gonna happen.
yeah, because they
She's
want the
gonna do
spotlight
well no matter
themselves.
what. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's
exactly.
definitely going to be very interesting to see how this whole thing plays out for the rest of the season. Because I don't see the shot stopping. I don't see it.
And the
No
coach is
pun
gonna
intended.
tell her,
I see
"Keep shooting, keep shooting."
literal and figurative. I think that
no, it's
the
not. It's
players
not
are going to
stop.
keep taking shots at her, and she's going to keep draining threes. Like, she's
that's-
going to keep
she's
doing her
gonna
thing out there.
Talk with her actions. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
And so, to that, I will say, I've got mad props for Caitlin Clark. She has done amazing things for a huge group of people playing in a sport that was massively underrepresented for a long time, and she's trying to bring light to it to help everybody, to benefit everybody, including herself. But she's earned it. She's worked hard. She's put in the work.
Yeah.
And she's just a rookie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, yeah, I think the competitive nature should still be there with all these girls playing against each other.
Yeah.
But I agree with you guys. I definitely think her team needs to be there for her more, especially in the role that she is, because she is Caitlin Clark. With all the eyes on her, she is going to be held to a higher standard. You can guarantee that with the media and with all her attention, she's going to be held to a different standard. And her team needs to be there to back her up through that.
Yeah, because when you step in the court, in the field, friendship doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But, just like in the NBA, you got some players that play in the U.S. national team. When they're in the national team, they're friends. But once they step in the court, they're not friends no more. It's that competitive nature. And that's how it should be. When you're off the court, you should praise them, praise her game, not bring each other down. I don't think it should be like that.
Yeah,
US,
I agree.
US national team is stacked.
Oh yeah, it is.
They are like a super dream team. It's insane.
Well, I got to say, we're going to have to jump on to the next one because I didn't realize how fast time is flying when you get into great
I
conversation.
know, right? Yeah.
do it.
No, we've got tons. Dude, we got 17 in the group right now. Dude, this is insane. Brian, you got a lot of people
go.
showing out in the comments.
Yeah, I
showing
know.
you
It's
love,
mainly
dog.
Brian's
That's
people.
awesome. Adam Miller, true leaders and accomplished people don't have to boast about themselves and their abilities. Just look at Michael Jordan and how he carries himself. Very
Yeah.
well put, Adam. Very well
It's all
put.
about the time put outside the court too. Like people don't realize any sport, it matters how much time outside of the court that you put in. That's truly how good you
She's
are.
a role model, and that's something
Yeah,
Angel Reese
and
will not
she
be.
She
Dude.
put in all that work though. People have to respect that. How good she is right now is because of all the work she's put in outside the court, and she's better than most because she put more work in. And that is just easy. It's easy math. She puts more work in, she's going to be better. So put in more work outside the court, you can be at her caliber.
Yeah.
Till then, you're not going to compete with her.
Yeah, like I
That
said,
just
it's
is what
like
it is.
that's good motivation if you want to
Yeah.
be the top with her. You know,
Put in more work. Yeah,
exactly.
shoot more threes in practice. Shoot more free throws in practice. Get better. Like
Yeah.
Well,
do
and
more.
I was hoping he was going to be in the room throwing his
what I
message out there because I talked to Charles. He's been on a couple of times commenting on here, but he said it perfectly today when we were talking about it this morning at work, and he was talking about her in the 3-point contest with Steph Curry, and he was like, "Let me tell you something. If you're a female basketball player and Steph Curry recognizes you on the level that he does, everyone in your league better put respect on your name."
I mean, everyone's forgetting Sabrina Ionescu too. Like she's killing it in the NBA right now. She's only been in a few years. Like her rookie year, that was the year everybody was targeting her. Everybody was on her back. Like, oh, she's not gonna be like good. Now look at her. A few years down the road, she's been humble. She's practiced her game. She's gotten better, and now she's a star of the league. So
Well,
anything can happen.
let's
We
talk
can
about.
switch the men's side.
I was gonna say let's talk about the stars of another league because there's only 2 teams of stars left. Let's talk about these NBA finals.
God, so good.
The
We can
conference finals were
I love Kyrie. Man.
with the conference
my
finals.
favorite
You
players to
know,
watch.
I think we talked Boston. They Pacers didn't put up much of a fight, especially without Halliburton. The Western Conference Finals did not go the way that I think.
Nobody.
people thought.
A lot of people.
The Mavericks are a wagon, man. They've been playing well in these playoffs, and they were playing well leading up. They won 16-18. They were like 16-2 coming into the playoffs, and they got hot at the right time, and they've stayed hot.
That's how it is.
They-
In any
they're-
sport, that's how it is.
They don't have the same. They don't have the size that some of the teams do, but they force teams to play their style of basketball.
Yeah, people didn't realize, like, they're talking about Minnesota's big guys. Like, I guess people didn't realize until that series they had Gafford, who was the leading field goal percentage guy in the league, and he's a heavy rebound block guy. And you had Derek Lively, who was the MVP of that Thunder series, over Kyrie and Luka. I mean, they got huge guys along with 2 of the best closers / guards in the league. Like, that's tough. And then you
Yeah.
got Washington shooting lights out and all their
PJ was pulling
key
it together,
guys
man.
doing
At
what
the-
they
at
do,
the time
man.
they
That's
needed
hard.
him.
It's hard
Yeah.
to beat when you got everything clicking like that.
Yep. Well, so conference finals are done. We know the finals. The table is set.
That's
Boston
Fun.
and Dallas.
That's fun.
That's going to be a really good series.
I think so too. Yeah.
So let's get some thoughts from you guys. Give me some predictions. I will let you know. I've looked up some odds on it. I do know the odds that I was kind of looking at that I was liking. Dallas in 6 plus 500.
I was gonna say the same thing. Dallas in 6.
Dallas in 6 feels right. Something about that just feels right.
I think so because, for one, Boston still has home court advantage, but the game 6 would be in Dallas, or if they were to close it out, that'd be like kind of a storybook ending. But I don't know, like Brent was saying, how hot you are going into the playoffs. Just like the Braves were a few years ago going into the World Series. A lot of different sports, hockey, Florida, that's how it is, you know. It's all about how you finish the season and go into the playoffs, and you don't necessarily have to be the best team all year. It's all about how you finish. That team is just so well put together, and Kyrie, I don't know if anyone knows this, that he's 15-0 in closeout games in his career, no matter who he's playing with. Celtics, LeBron and the Cavs, with the Mavs. anything.
I thought he just lost the first
He lost his first one.
Yeah, he
lost
lost
his
his
first
first
one?
one.
He lost his first
The-
one. So,
the
but he's
game-
like 13-1.
But that was like
it's still
it was
ridiculous.
just the last
that
game
wasn't
before
even
last.
his fault. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I guess that was the first one. Sorry about that. Sorry.
But
Recently lost his first one ever in his career.
predictions, it's tough to say. As it sits right now, I'd say Boston in 6 if it were me. If Porzingis, he's practicing, he said he's going to play. I said it last time, he's the X factor. If he comes out there plays his game, it could be Boston in 5.
Well, I will say that's an interesting prediction because I believe just a few weeks ago you had been talking about how Boston has historically not been a good playoff
No,
team,
they've
going
played
towards
well.
the finals and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting. Hey, I can't take anything away from Boston. They went up against a high-flying, fast-scoring Indiana Pacers team, and they waxed them like it was nobody's business.
They've only lost 2 games the whole postseason.
yeah.
So
I mean,
Eastern Conference is terrible.
So we'll see. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
that's what we've
They
talked
didn't have
about
to play
a
the
lot.
Knicks either. If
Yeah.
they had played a fully
Yeah.
loaded Knicks, it would have been a whole different.
We'll see,
playoff.
but-
that's what the whole foundation of this whole thing has been since we've been talking about the NBA playoffs since the beginning of them is how much stronger the West is than the East. That's what everybody's been talking about. Man, the West is so strong. That's why to me it's such a big deal that Dallas has pulled it out and gotten to the finals because of how strong their competition was to get to that level. How many people said they couldn't do it? Even me.
Yeah.
I've been rooting for Dallas, but even me in the conference finals, I was like, man, I want Dallas to win. I don't think they're going to win this series. And man, they made me eat my words like nobody's business too. They came out, they took the series. They didn't sweep, but damn, I mean, you can't get much closer to a perfect run than they did. And again, I think it's if they can continue to do what they've been doing, making teams get out of their comfort zone and play their style of basketball, I don't think that there's any reason that they can't walk through Boston.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say Boston hasn't been unimpressive because they have, but it just is what it is. They didn't have anywhere near the strength of schedule in the regular season or the playoffs than the Mavericks did. You got to think the Mavericks went to the Clippers round 1. You got Kawhi, Paul George, James Harden, and Russell. Yeah, Kawhi wasn't healthy the whole series. All right, they get by them. Then you face the number 1 overall seed, Thunder. I mean, no one thought they were going to get by them.
No.
And even the games that the Thunder won, really, the Mavs probably should have won. So they dominated that whole series. And then you go to the Timberwolves, who just beat the defending champs. No one thinks they're going to compete with them 4-1, and every game was pretty dominant.
Yeah.
So,
Even the game that they lost was, I mean,
Close.
dude, it was a close game.
and as far as who was more impressive, sorry, but the Mavs 1,000% are more impressive, and they're more hot. They beat better teams. I just don't know how Boston, even with a fully healthy team, is going to compete with them. They're just better.
Compete?
It'll be
They're
interesting.
just better. That just is what it is.
Okay.
They're just better.
All right. Okay.
Before they start fighting,
But hold on. I'm just saying. Well, Vegas doesn't think so because I think Dallas is like a 7.5 point dog.
They are.
Yeah,
They've been
so-
dogs for most every series
Yeah.
though.
They have.
And that's to me that's one
That's
one that
crazy.
I'm not going to put a lot of
That's
stake in.
crazy.
is
7.5 points.
Being 7.5 point dogs. I'm not going to put a lot of stake in that only because, like you were just saying, the runs that they've been through the playoffs, they were dogs through all of it, and they still came through.
And they dominated. It wasn't
Even
just,
against Minnesota, they were
Yeah.
they were big underdogs against Minnesota. They still pulled it out in the next 2 biggest stage that you're going to get in the NBA. Brian, what's your thoughts on it? What do you got looking forward to these NBA finals? What are you looking
I'm
at?
going Mavs in 6.
Mavs in 6?
Yeah,
I like it.
I be talking with my friends. I be seeing Kyrie the first 3 quarters. He has 3 points, and then somehow he drops like 30 in the fourth.
he's a closer,
quarter.
man.
Yeah.
He's the closer.
Kyrie, he's the man.
Captain Clutch,
Luka,
man.
Luka's freaking Batman is Robin, dude. Like,
Yeah.
They're incredible.
And then PJ Washington, he's been going crazy. And on the Celtics side, Tatum, he's a good player. Jason, what's his name, Brown, he's a good player
Jaylen
too.
Brown,
but
yeah.
when it comes to clutch, I don't think Tatum is the guy.
Yeah.
He's been known that for the last couple of years. He hasn't been that clutch guy. And, I feel like the last couple of years, Tatum was the number 1 guy, and then it was Brown.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in order for Celtics to win, Browns need to be the number 1 guy. not Tatum, because I feel like he's more of a clutch player
He's
than
got to
Tatum.
put more on his shoulders.
And Brown just won.
Yeah.
He just won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, Larry Bird Trophy or whatever. So he's playing well. Tatum's playing well.
Yeah.
Porzingis is presuming he's going to play well.
If Porzingis
They've got a
comes
better.
back, then I feel like it could go to Game 7. If it goes to Game 7, I think Celtics going to win it. Because they have home court advantage.
Yeah, I could see. So yeah, if it goes to 7, I think that just that one game obviously is going to change the scope of everything, especially if it goes that far. Because I feel like at Game 7, not just from the home field advantage, but you give Boston a little more advantage if you make it that far.
They have more they need it more.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Tatum's under pressure, Brown is under. Because they've been in the conference finals 9 times. In the NBA finals, once,
Yeah.
they lose every year, so it's more pressure on them. So,
Really, the only reason I got there is because they didn't play anybody.
yeah.
Well, and that's so. Let's just go ahead. Let's roll this thing off. Like I said, I'm with Brian on this one. I've got Mavs in 6. What do you got, Don?
Mavs in 5 or 6.
Mavs in 5 or 6.
The disrespect. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the biggest Celtics fan in the world, but geez, they had the best record all year, and so you can say that they played the Eastern Conference. You still got to go win. And Tatum and Brown are 2 bona fide superstars. I don't know why all of a sudden they're just getting, crapped on.
Kyrie will be on Brown, and Luka will be on
Oh,
Tatum, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Kyrie is.
He's a
okay.
good defender.
He's
as
a
well as a
twin.
good offender.
Yeah.
Since when?
A good defender?
Yeah,
Kyrie?
yeah. He's a traffic cone, dude.
What?
Yeah, he's a traffic cone. Just set him up in the lane.
What
Go
did-
right past him.
What did he do last series?
I don't.
Wait.
shut
You're
down
talking
Mike
about
Conley.
the disrespect.
He shut down Mike Conley
No, I
last
didn't.
series.
He said
Mike Conley's almost 40.
Doesn't matter. He was the big reason why they won.
Okay, he shut down
Series
Mike
against
Conley.
Denver.
Give me a break.
We'll see next
Anyway,
series.
no, it's Celtics in 6. Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6.
So it sounds like between the 4 of us, nobody thinks this series is going to 7.
I don't.
I don't. I mean, it's tough to predict, but again, I think
People
Celtics
don't
in
realize this too. It doesn't matter if they were in LA. It doesn't matter if they were in OKC. It doesn't matter if they were in Minnesota. They still won. It doesn't matter if they're in Dallas or away. They still win. So it didn't matter where they were. It matters how good the team is.
Yeah.
They're just better. Sorry.
I feel like in basketball, there's no home court advantage unless you're the
No.
Nuggets, because they have.
If
the
you're a true
altitude.
better team,
Right.
it does not matter about
Yeah.
home court. Honestly, anyone out of the West, I would pick.
Well, I'm trying to get this to load up on my phone. All right, there we go. So those are some pretty good predictions.
Adam said Boston
How about-
7.
How
Adam
about
said Boston in 7.
How about Luka reuniting with Porzingis? They started together, and then Kyrie reuniting with Boston. He was just on that team, so now it's
There's a little bit of bad blood.
Oh,
yeah, a little
Most
bit.
definitely.
Now it's a lot of bad blood there.
Well, I think it's going to be a great series. Series starts Thursday night.
Thursday, yeah.
You've got to change the timer on that thing. You always be unlocking it.
I know. Well, I'm over here trying to do multiple things over here because I wanted to make sure I got the names right for our next segment. Something real quick, moving from the NBA. I just wanted to throw out there, not a whole lot going on in the MLB for the last week, except for yesterday, I believe it was, the MLB announced disciplinary action on 5 players for betting.
Really?
Yeah, the biggest one, hold on, let me see. Tucupita Marcano for San Diego. Lifetime ban. You got the Pete Rose. They gave him the Pete Rose treatment, betting on it. You also
What was he
had
doing?
they were all of these players, they had him, Jay Groom for San Diego, Michael Kelly for Oakland, Jose Rodriguez for Philadelphia, and Andrew Salfrank for Arizona. All of them received suspensions. Marcano, the only one that got a lifetime. The rest of them all received 1-year suspensions for sports betting, violation of the league sports betting rules and policies. That was Marcano. The other 4 received a 1-year suspension for other gambling-related violations. It was looking like under Major League Rule 21, any player, umpire, club, or league or official or employee who shall bet any sum whatsoever upon any baseball game in connection with which the bettor has a duty to perform shall be declared permanently ineligible.
okay.
So it's, to me, from what I'm seeing, he pulled the Pete Rose, but I don't think he bet on himself like Pete Rose did. I think he was betting against himself to maybe throw some games to make a little bit of money.
Did that guy play, or is he like on the end of the bench?
He doesn't play.
I'll say he's not a, if he does, he's got a very, very small role. But either way, I mean, dumb move. Like, you have to know, like, your career's done. Like, you built your whole career to play baseball, and now you're done. And I mean, there's, with sports betting becoming so prevalent and popular everywhere, that this, you're starting to see this more and more. It's crazy because to see players who are getting in trouble for betting in their own league. I mean, what's y'all's thoughts on this real quick? We have a few minutes to talk about it. Brian, I know you were talking about a player in your league as well.
Yeah, there's two players from the Premier League. His name is Ivan Toney. He actually got banned for like a year because they did some investigation on him, and he was betting on himself. And then there's one right now that they're investigating. He's Brazilian soccer star. His name is Lucas Paqueta, and he's been betting by getting like a bunch of yellow cards. And then if you see his clips, he makes it so obvious.
Yeah,
he makes it real obvious. So I don't know. They could say a lifetime ban for him, but I mean, I don't know. I can't see. You make millions of dollars just by playing. Like, what's the point of betting?
Yes.
So I'm like, I mean, you can go ahead and try, but it would be pretty stupid. You could risk your career.
At that point, when you're making that kind of money, I feel like if you want to bet a little bit, bet on some stuff for fun, just to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Don't bet on your own league. Like,
that's
crazy. Like, don't bet on your own league. And I'm one of the people who I truly do think that, yes, there's a big difference between betting on yourself to win and betting on yourself to lose. There's a huge difference in that. I know Pete Rose is one of your favorites. I love Pete Rose too, man. Like, Pete Rose never once ever bet on himself to lose.
Right.
He always bet on himself to win. Thus, he had to put in more work to make sure that they were winning. Is it right? No. Does it violate the rules? Yes. Do you need to get in trouble for that? Yes. That to me is still not anywhere close to as bad as, say, betting on yourself to get carded, and then you're out there purposefully getting cards. That's crazy. Yeah. Like, you can't do that. You're altering the flow of the game.
All that stuff's under a microscope right now.
Yeah.
All the guys are under a microscope, so.
Yeah, didn't one guy from the Raptors get banned?
Yes.
Yeah. He bet like his team losing or something.
It was Porter Jr.'s brother.
Yeah.
Hasn't really gotten like high in the NBA yet, and he probably would have, but he ruined it. He blew it.
Adam over here. Fuck around and find
F around and find out.
Oh, man. Well, just like I said, not a whole lot going on, but that was kind of a thing. Not necessarily huge just because the MLB, but the whole scope of betting in sports is becoming a big, big thing. And it sucks to see guys getting in trouble for it, but it's a bonehead move. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's a bonehead move. You've built a career to make it to a professional sport. Don't flub it up by doing something like that.
Yeah.
But let's move on. We've done a lot of good talking. We've had some great discussion. Let's talk about the man of the hour. Let's talk about our special guest we got tonight, Brian Lopez. Got some questions for Brian. We're going to bring this whole thing out a little bit and let Brian get a chance to, talk about some team, talk about some friends, talk about some teammates. Like, I want you to get a chance to get your word out there, man. So the big thing I saw, and we've been talking a little bit. I've been trying to do my research.
Yeah, you did good on your research.
Be keeping up with it. So the last few weeks, man, Leganés and Valladolid back and forth.
Yeah.
It seemed like every week there for the last 6 weeks, it was like up and down, up and down. Let me start off by asking, so is that nerve-wracking as a dude who's here watching the games, watching the scores and stuff, to see that bounce back and forth for the last few weeks of the season? Is that nerve-wracking for you?
Yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking. Like, obviously you want your team to get promoted or win the league, and you're over here just watching.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad they got it done. Not only they got promoted, they got first place. I'm just glad they got the job done.
Yeah.
But it was definitely just nervous. Sitting on the couch just watching. Yeah.
Right. That to me, that was a big one. Was seeing the scores come through on Sunday was awesome to see. Yeah, y'all didn't just win it. Y'all won it in good fashion. Like y'all won it first place,
Nice.
coming through. It was like a 1 point back and forth between the two teams until the end right there, and then y'all pulled away when it really counted. It was really awesome to see that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your team. I want to know. So, it's a big deal to get promoted.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know a ton about soccer. I know that promotion and relegation, most of us have watched some Ted Lasso. I know a little bit, but relegation is tough.
It is, yeah.
And that's a mindset that I can't imagine, because here I'm like, I watch baseball and football. If the Eagles go 0 on the season, they're not getting kicked down to another league. They're gonna come back next year and just try again.
Yeah, that's same with the MLS too.
Yeah, exactly. So that adds, like, to me, a whole nother dimension of like stress
Yeah.
to the sport itself. But I want to know, tell me what promotion really means for you guys. Like, what do you like? How does that work? How does that make you guys feel? Like, what does that really do for you guys?
Well, not only it brings more eyes to us, because we're top flight football. La Liga, one of the best leagues in the world.
Yeah.
It brings more money, more revenue, more fans. But as a player, it is you're happy, especially Leganés is a neighborhood club. It's not one of those big clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, they're always going to be in first division. But as a player, you're happy that you're doing good. You're the underdog, because in the beginning of the season, no one expected us to go, to get promoted.
Yeah.
But now that we did it, it's just happy feelings, all around.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. Absolutely. What about you guys? Y'all got some questions for the man of the hour?
Questions.
You took my question.
I took your question. Oh man.
I had one stirred up.
Here.
I guess like transitioning to obviously La Liga. Like, what's your mindset going forward, moving into a higher league? Are you gonna, like we talked about with basketball, are you gonna get more and more preparation, like through practice and everything? You're gonna step it up little by little, as far as like your drills and everything like that.
First division and second division are two different levels,
Right.
So obviously you want to bring in new players like that have more experience, better players. You want to bring better players, because the main goal is to stay in first division. You don't want to get relegated again.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to bring in, new coaches or whatever it means, or new players, and definitely put in more work, because the goal is to stay in first division, because it is heartbreaking to get relegated.
Yeah.
And, I feel like the MLS should have that over here, because it does bring more pressure into the table. Because, that you say you can go 14, nothing happens. Try again next year.
Exactly.
But if every game counts. If you fuck up like every game, you're done for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it's almost like not even just every game, but like every point.
yeah, every point
really
every
matters.
Especially in soccer,
every
yeah.
goal matters.
It's important,
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's that level of stress is like gotta be, because that over and next season, or you have teams over here, like we've seen it in the NFL, and really we've probably seen it, we just didn't know it in other leagues, of teams that know that they're weak compared to others, and so what do? I always remember the Colts, man. The suck for luck. They wanted Andrew Luck, so they kind of made sure that they didn't win those last few games. They didn't throw the games, but they didn't try that hard.
Mm-hmm.
But they got rewarded for that. They got a first overall pick and got a great player at the time. There's nothing like that. You can't do that over there. That if you do that, you will be penalized by the threat of relegation.
Right.
And so that to me has always kind of been a mind blowing thing of like, you have to try. Like, there is no, taking your foot off the gas. You got to bring it every chance you get.
Gotta, especially in practice, practice also matters. So you gotta try hard every single day in practice, game day. There's no off day. So it does take a toll on your body, but every day matters.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what my coach like. What do you do in the off season to like prepare? I know you train, I know you work on your cardio, but what now that you're going into this new division, what is something you're gonna maybe tweak or change, or you like it the way it is? You're just gonna kind of keep doing it.
Well, first thing first, like when you finish the season right now, you want to take a break.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
most
some off time.
Yeah, most players, they usually take like a 2-week break, go to the beach, spend time with their family, a month break. But usually like a month before preseason, the coaches, they want you, start working out, bring back your stamina again.
Yeah.
So when you enter preseason, you be ready to go. But yeah, you do want to tweak a little some stuff in your planning system, so you can compete with those big teams.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you do have to train harder. You gotta be at your sharpest. But there is some players that don't take a break at all. Like they go straight back to work.
Yep.
They want to develop their game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's some coaches, they prefer you take a break, so you can have a, like a reset button.
Yeah.
But some coaches, like get to work. We're getting promoted. We gotta stay there.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a fan of the kind of like rest now, stronger later.
Yeah.
Like
I
let
am
your
too.
body recoup a little bit, get yourself back on a level where when you start training again, you're not held back because you're still worn out from last season. You
Yeah.
give your body a chance to really move into the next season. We do got a question for you, Brian, over here. Question for Brian: are you excited to face big teams like Barcelona, Madrid, Atletico, etc.? Who's the best player? Who is the best players you have played against? And also, what is your thoughts on Elver Go? You gonna have to pronounce it, bro.
Galarga.
There you go. Scoring that many goals a season. That's some good questions, bro.
Well, I just want to clear the air out. I'm not officially on the Leganese team, on the first team that competes in the first division.
Yeah.
I'm under the under 23 squad. I'm just an academy player.
Yeah.
But, it
It's a
could
stepping
be.
stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's how you
stepping
start,
stone,
though,
yeah.
man. Like that's
There could be a possibility, I could, I can have a good season. I could get, called up to the first team, train with them. But, it would be nice, just sitting in the bench in those big
Yeah, it's
stadiums.
an honor,
Yeah, it's an honor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But you gotta be there. You gotta be part of the show
Never
to
know,
have a shot,
somebody
and
goes
you're part of the
down.
show,
Yeah.
bro. And so that's the
Somebody
big
goes
deal.
down,
yeah, someone
gonna have to
they
be
could
ready.
be injured.
Yeah.
But like, just the feeling, just being an academy player
Yeah,
from a La Liga team, it feels amazing.
that's
Josh.
awesome, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's a good question, though.
It really is. So we got a question. That's Donnie's boy over here, Josh.
Random question.
Yeah,
though.
random question, Brian.
Prepare for random
What's your
questions,
favorite breakfast cereal, bro?
All right,
We've
let's
talked
do
about cereal on
Yeah, I'll
here.
say
so-
this is a good
Well, I
question
wanna- I
for
wanna
this
hear his.
podcast.
That's
Yeah, this is a good question for this
interesting.
podcast.
All right, growing up, my favorite cereal is honeycomb.
Okay. Okay.
Respect that.
Okay.
Respect that.
Definitely respect
I like honeycombs.
honeycomb. Look, Brent's
I guess
over
we're
here.
gonna have to go around. And,
No,
we're gonna have
it's
to go
tough.
around.
It really. I think I'm on the record saying Golden Grams. Golden Grams.
I just had a box of those recently. Those,
Very good.
Those are decent.
Well, I do know, we've got a few more minutes, and I do have a couple more questions, at least one. But I do know that there had been some talks. I know we had some comments previously because Brian had jumped on in some comments on an earlier episode, and there was honeycomb is a sophisticated cereal. Props, Brian. Adam over here,
He
best of
approves.
luck to you, man. That's
Thank
cool.
you,
Yeah, but thanks, Adam. Thanks for the comment. But I remember there being somewhat of a challenge being laid down between a podcast member and some commenting over here.
Oh yeah,
And
he called me up on a FIFA match.
yeah.
Say you're the goat, man. I'm
Yeah.
the goat around these parts.
Hey, just to let you know, when I was
Brady, do you play FIFA?
when I was in tryouts over there in the house,
Probably all you guys did.
in the house,
Literally.
I'm just saying I went undefeated.
Oh,
Nobody beat me. Yeah, I'm just
All right.
saying.
We're gonna have definitely
We
get
got to
that
set
on.
that up soon.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
we're definitely.
But
have to
I
get that
haven't
on.
played in a while though.
It's all right.
I think I
I
kind of
just
grew out of
started
it.
getting back into it recently,
Yeah,
like a
me
few
too.
months ago. Like I hadn't played. We played religiously in college, like more than any game. It was like that and Super Smash Brothers. That's all we played. And
Now we can get down.
yeah, and I hadn't played in forever, but I started playing 23, and I heard 24 is really good too. So
Yeah,
Either one, man.
Growing up, that's all we played.
you never. It's like a bicycle though. Once you know how to play the game, it's hard to forget.
Yeah, but
you know,
now
once you
there's
get
like
back into it.
now there's like a whole different system. You can add tacticals or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do.
I don't do
that. I
any of
just
that crap.
play.
I don't do any of that crap.
Yeah.
If you're truly good at that game,
No,
you don't
I
need
mean,
any
I
of
got a
that,
couple of friends here. Before they, we start playing, they go on the team management. I'll pull all that tactical.
Yeah, I can't do. I
yeah,
do
I
the
was like,
formation. I have my own formation,
yeah,
and that's about it.
And
then,
I was
I
like-
changed the good players and
and I would be like, oh man, you're one of those type of players, bro. I just want to play.
exactly.
Yeah.
You take 10 minutes to set it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
So I'm gonna call it a one more question from me. I don't know if you guys got any more for Brian, but I've got one more question from me. Try and take advantage, get a deep question to you, bro, about this, about your career and everything. Again, you're the first athlete guest we've had on here, man. So I really want to dive into the mentality of an athlete in this. What is your goal? Like, tell me what your lifetime goal is as far as your game, football, like your team. Tell me your main goal. Tell me where you want to see yourself.
Well, the main goal, the World Cup is coming here in the United States, 2026. I mean, it is a far-fetched goal, but I feel like anything is possible.
Absolutely.
And
They have young players on that team.
yeah,
Really
and
young players.
I'm eligible to play for for USA, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen because there's just so many good players out there.
Yeah.
And then
Never
I can
know,
play
man.
for Honduras too or Nicaragua because my mom was from Nicaragua. But my main goal, like especially now, because in January I had my tryout. Everything went well. It was hard to adjust. I'm not gonna lie, because
Yeah.
football over there is way different than over here. But I think I adjusted well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My agent and the sport director, they told me I came in a little bit overweight,
Mhm.
but they had told me I was good. But they said for my height, they want me to be between 160 to 165, and then right now I'm at 167.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
You're pretty close.
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
I'm
yeah.
close.
It's not.
And then
it's not
I was
far
when
off.
I went, I was at 178.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you've been
Oh,
losing
so
the weight.
you cut down big.
Yeah. So
You're
now
about there.
I'm happy where I'm at. I'm still working hard.
Yeah.
My goal was to get 165, but since I'm close, fuck it, why not to go with 160?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
But yeah,
Keep it there.
my main goal, I just want to get developed. It's good to be in a La Liga academy, but the main goal is to get developed as a player and as a person as well. I just want to be in that. I never been in a professional, like inside a professional academy, their lifestyle,
Yeah.
So the main goal, I just want to get developed, play, get some minutes in. Hopefully I get called up to the first team, but I don't know. But the goal is to, build up my resume
Yeah.
and then, hopefully get called up from the Honduras national team or the Nicaragua team, because not a lot of them play in a foreign country. Most of them play there. And
Yeah.
then since if you play in a La Liga academy, you just get a lot of clout. You get a lot of eyes on you. So the main goal, hopefully I get called up. But yeah, the main goal is to be in the World Cup in 2026.
Josh over here hollering at you. He said Brian be on the front of a box of honeycomb in the next 5 years. He's calling it, bro. He's calling it. Let's see. Got another person hollering at you. Brian knows Arsenal will win this season's Premier League.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're doing really good.
And my wife Rachel over here, and I was gonna avoid it. I wasn't gonna make a single reference. All
did it
night. I
already.
was not gonna make a single
I did
reference.
it.
You can blame it on my wife. She's throwing the Danny Rojas out here. She said football is life.
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And
I like
it sucks.
Arsenal.
Yeah, it sucks. We go second back to back, but it's step by step.
Absolutely.
But City is just too damn good.
They are that. They are that.
Holland, man. Holland's
Yeah, De
ridiculous.
Bruyne. The
De
whole
Bruyne-
squad is
De
just
Bruyne is awesome.
yeah. The whole squad. I mean, even their bench is just.
They lost to Man U though, man.
Ooh.
They lost
Surprised.
to
Look,
Man U. That was a big upset.
We done started a big thing on here now. Look, Arsenal sucks. I think Barcelona is taking the Premier League this season.
I don't
Oh,
know, man.
man.
Barcelona, they lost.
Oh,
some key
man.
guys.
Well, you guys got any more questions for Brian? 'Cause that was a great answer, man. I think that's a very professional mindset. Is your goal. I like the big goal and I like the current goal. Like you want your development now, but one day you want that World Cup call up, man. That's awesome.
I got one more important question. When you get big and famous and everything, just remember, you put you on your first podcast.
Bro,
Get us tickets
Yeah, we
to
appreciate
your
that.
game.
I'm like,
Get us some tickets and we'll be there.
you know it.
Full on soccer fans.
You
baby.
know it.
I'm always glad to have fans, always supporting me.
Absolutely,
dude.
bro.
Soccer game.
We'll
is
do the
so-
chant. We'll do the chant.
Yep.
Soccer game
you
is
know
so
it.
much different than football, baseball,
Oh,
everything.
especially in
it's
Europe.
ridiculous. Yeah.
If you go to Europe,
Like, that's my dream, just to go to one, and just be a part of it. Because your voice is gonna be gone, your ears are gonna be gone, everything's gonna be gone after the game. But it's gonna be so worth it.
Well, we've got a little bit of time left, and we still got our newest segment that we've been working on.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I want to jump into that. So let's talk about what moves you. I know they're like
friends
straight
are
going
going
at it in the comments right now. I love it. He said, "Find me." Oh, that's awesome.
Let's do it.
This is what I love seeing. This is awesome. Like for real. Not to come off what
Need
we're
to get a
talking about,
FIFA-
but all of you
FIFA
guys,
tournament.
fans of Brian's, friends of Brian's, everybody that's in here supporting him. Hey, this is awesome to see. We love seeing this right here. This is super cool.
shout out to them. They're always having my back.
Most definitely.
But we do crack them some joke. They're pretty funny guys. They're fun to hang out with.
Oh yeah, man. Well, let's talk about it. So, we've got some different things in different sports. A lot of things, some good, some bad.
Yeah.
Let's start it off. What moves you guys this week, Brent? We always start with you. Let's start it off. What moves you, man?
Mine's not a huge deal. It's more of like a sad note, I guess. Larry Allen, of Dallas Cowboys fame, passed away very young at 52. He was on vacation in Mexico with his family. If you're not familiar with Larry Allen, he was a 6-time All-Pro on two All-Decade teams. Just a mountain of a man, and by all accounts, a great human as well. So I just remember him at when they used to do the NFL skills games, for the Pro Bowl. He went up there, did 43 reps of 225. Just insanely strong. So shout out to his family. I know they're going through it. Very unexpected to see him pass away. I'm not a Cowboys fan by any means, but just to see a legend like that just go down, unexpectedly, that moved me in a sad direction this week. So that's what moved me.
Somber notes.
Somber note, yeah, for sure.
Happens. Well, Brian, it's your first time on the podcast. Let's talk about it. Tell me something. Tell me something that moved you this week.
This week, it's always the main goal. Every day, every minute counts. I just want to take advantage of what moves me. Obviously get that professional contract in.
Yeah.
So and every day does matter. You
Absolutely.
might not get the results you want the next day, but it's just the consistency. I just want.
Absolutely, man.
But just want to hit the gym. Try to get right. Eat right.
We talked about it earlier. You put good in, you get good out.
Exactly.
That's a
I
good
like
mentality.
that direction on what moves you, man.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like you said, I have a long vision and then the present. Yeah, I know what am I supposed to do every day. I already know what to do. I have to be in a strict diet. I have to work out every single day. But I believe if I do that every single day, I'm be in the right track. So
Absolutely.
so that's what moves me.
Oh yeah,
Just
man.
Work out every day. That's what motivates me to get up, work out, do my thing, eat well, and then it's just progress every single day.
Plus, I'm sure the promotion definitely helps motivate you too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You wake up every morning
Absolutely,
a little bit more
Hell
motivated.
yeah. Absolutely. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Don,
You go first.
you want me to go first because you gonna piggyback off?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
not gonna do that. but I'm
What
gonna
moves me
piggyback
this
a little
week?
bit.
I've talked about these guys before, and on a podcast like this, we talk about the big sports. We don't get a chance to talk about the small sports sometimes. Some of the small sports aren't even necessarily the professional sports. But I just wanted to throw a shout out again, another shout out. I know I did it a couple weeks ago to our coach pitch team, the Braves, Cave Spring Little League coach pitch Braves. These kids, man, they finished the season 11-1, and for me,
Incredible, man.
11-1
These guys
is a perfect
insane
season.
for their age.
Because you didn't go undefeated, but 11-1, that means you had one loss to learn from.
After that loss, they went off. Like
double-digit
on a whole
runs
nother level.
every single game after their
Their
loss. Like
focus and everything.
worked
was just,
worked as a
there.
team, played team baseball, picking each other up when they needed. Every kid on the team hitting. That's what moved me this week is being a proud coach of these kids and seeing how far they've come in one season. It's a bittersweet moment. The end of that last game, I always get a little choked up at the end of it, because you know that's your last game that you're going to have a chance to coach with some of these kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Some of these kids are going to move up fast. But yeah, that's what moves me. I want to throw a shout out there to all my K-Spring Little League Braves. I'm just going to do this the right way so that I can make sure that, somewhere on here.
but being 11-1 is impressive though.
Yeah, and even at the beginning of the season, they started off great. Like I said, they all played as a great team. But after that loss, and that's why personally, as a coach, undefeated is awesome. To be like nobody had anything on us. That one loss teaches kids a lot.
Yeah.
They will learn as much from that one loss as they will from all 11 of
They
those
did.
wins.
Yeah.
And they truly
They
did.
did so much better after that. It was crazy.
So I want to throw a shout out here to every single one of them. I want to throw a shout out to Carter. Big Carter over here getting the bat going this year, doing some great improving. We got William Peanut out here, man, playing great ball, man. Love having that kid out there. Just a great teammate. Got my son Carson. Carson, super proud of him. He had a great season. We got Reese. Golly. Big bat, big in the field, huge glove, big presence. We had Connor Lawrence. We had Connor with the gritty all the time, man. I love seeing the gritty as he comes down to first base. We got Levi, man, just an absolute leader. This
Switch
kid was.
hitter at 7 years old.
7 years old, switch hits. And he hits good
And you
from
don't
both
see
sides.
Yeah, you don't see that ever.
It's wild. Liam out there getting, dude, his swing, unorthodox swing, man, when he would get a hold of one, crush the ball.
He's got a big spirit.
You got Peyton, man. Peyton, one of my favorite players I've ever coached. Great kid. Love his attitude. I always tell the kid, hey, best baseball, you play your best baseball when you're smiling, bro. Got Colin over here. Little Colin over here with the big bat, hitting some big swings. We got Maddox. Maddox had a great season, man. Again, another player. Dude, he came through at first base a ton this season. Did some really great things. And we got Coy over here, big lefty Coy, another one who just has an intensity, a passion for the game. He always wants to be in it and be ready to rock and roll. And so that was our team. And I just want to throw one last shout out to all of you guys. Show you guys that, I'm super proud of you guys. I love all of you out there. Y'all are my boys. And I couldn't say enough about you guys. Just a great season.
Yeah, for sure.
Follow that up.
just like I said, I'm piggybacking a little bit because I got the privilege not to just coach with my brother on the Coach Bridge team and coach with my nephew and have such a great season. But like you were saying, like to a certain point, we can only do so much as coaches. Like we did all the right things for them, and about mid-season, they were doing everything on their own pretty much. They were fixing themselves at the plate. They knew their adjustments when they swung. They knew their positions. They knew to back each other up, good sportsmanship, everything like that. So, like, all we had to do is remind them, pretty much as coaches, they did everything perfectly, and it showed with their record and their performance. So, yeah, it was awesome experience to have for sure. But what I want to hit on, what moved me, I actually got a chance to coach an upper league. And it's 10 to 12-year-olds, so it's a major league for Little League. And we didn't do as good this year. We went 4-7. We were supposed to have our last game tonight. Hopefully it gets rescheduled for tomorrow. That'll be our last game. But I did get voted on to coach the all-star team for the 11 and under players. So that's all the best players in our Little League get to be on one team. And I got selected to coach. And that's only my first year coaching, so...
Did they run out of other ones?
No, there's a lot of coaches on each team. So for me to be selected out of 4, there's like 30, 35 total coaches. So
Congrats.
That's
man.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Happy
Pretty
for
cool.
you. Happy for you.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
those are some pretty moving moments for you. For
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
That's I'm really excited. That was a good moment right there for everybody. So
Yeah, man.
So I guess there's really just leaves that one final thing.
We will review
That
our
rated.
Get these things. Let's
I
get
think,
these things reviewed up.
Josh got the. Is
there any left in it,
Yeah,
John?
yeah, he's been talking.
Oh my God, Rachel, it's empty.
You're right. It might be empty by the end of this review.
All right, so we'll start with the pretzels. Do you need a refresher?
Yeah, I'll get a refresh.
Yeah, you need a refresher.
Yeah, I had to get some agua before I did this.
Okay.
All right, refresh.
So
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna give those. I'm gonna give those
I've had legit.
a solid 7.
What's up, Dave? Dave in the room.
Yo,
What's good, bro?
What's up, Ron?
I'm gonna give those a 7. Not
Smack
bad,
finger lick.
not great. Not the smokiness is a little too strong for me, but I like the hit of lime because they'll use that the mayonnaise with the lime in it. That's on point. You're missing out if you do not try that stuff. But I give them a 7.
7.
I'm
All
at a
right.
7 on those.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I
like
absolutely despise pretzels. Those are a 9.
Really?
Those are some of the best pretzels I've ever had in my entire life.
Pop
Those
Daddy.
are absolutely delicious.
Pop Daddy coming through.
That
I like those
yeah,
a lot.
Pop Daddy crushes it, man.
Especially if you've had actual Mexican street corn, you appreciate the flavor a little bit more.
Hey, Adam, good man. Thank you, dude. I mean that, man. That from the heart, dude. That's an awesome comment. That's a motivator right there to see something
thanks,
like
man.
that. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's
Appreciate
a
you,
9.
brother.
That's a 9, dude. I love that.
Brian, what do you think?
What are you thinking, Brian?
I agree with Randy. I don't really like pretzels, but I give that an 8. A solid 8.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like the
Choke you up
smoky
a little bit.
and the little lime in there.
The
I
lime.
love
The lime
it.
sets it
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I do like
I
the
can
lime.
keep those in the.
I like the combination.
Yeah, I keep those in the pantry all day.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go in between an 8 and a 9, say 8.5, so I'm not copycatting anybody. But
Okay.
no,
so
overall, those are just like
Pretty
really,
well
really
reviewed.
good tasting. You know,
Yeah.
pretty well reviewed. Okay.
the point is to have a snack that you can keep munching on throughout a
Okay, I
game.
could definitely eat a
Nah.
bunch of those.
Oh, I'm telling you right
Definitely.
now, if we're watching an Eagles game or something like that, I could literally,
Oh, bowl,
I'd
some
dog
cheese
that whole
sauce.
bag, no
Oh, yeah.
problem. It'd be fine. There'd be
Dip,
shit.
some cheese sauce.
Next, we got the Brittle Brothers Nashville Hot Peanut Brittle.
Josh said those pretzels are making me thirsty.
I'm gonna refresh a little bit. Oh, that's a big piece.
Did your wife tell you to save some before we eat it all?
No, that was that one. Coffee.
His wife, not mine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like how it's just a little bit of kick. You know, it says Nashville hot, but it's like, you know, it's not too hot. I like it how it's still a brittle with a little bit of kick to it.
My thing is this. Call it something else. Call it kicking peanut brittle. Something like that.
Or just like
Nashville
with
hot makes you think immediately.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're expecting a certain
Or
flavor.
like
at
with a
certain
little
level.
kick of Nashville or something.
The brittle is
Like
very
that.
good. If they had upped the spice note,
Yes.
there would be a solid 9.
Yeah.
But because they didn't, I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm
It
gonna-
needs
Yeah.
more heat.
I'm going to be honest, though. Hold on.
I
one
like
sec.
the flavor
Hold on.
though, how just like a little bit of tingle. All the hot stuff.
I like the- I like the
I
br-
feel like that bite was hotter this time.
Yeah,
than it
mine was
like,
hot.
That was hot.
Dude, get hey, eat one towards the bottom.
Yeah, get one
I'm
from the
getting,
bottom.
I'm getting a
'Cause that
hot,
last one was kind of hot.
I'm getting a hot right now. No, I'm serious.
I
I'm
got the
serious.
bottom
I'm
one.
getting,
Yep.
I'm getting a hot one right now.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I like
that was, a little kick at the bottom of that one.
Yeah, I got some bottom like sauce or
I
something.
do like how their peanuts are like all half peanuts, not crushed up little pieces. You get a lot of peanut to brittle ratio. But so I'm at an 8.
So you're at 8.
I need them
I
hotter.
like,
Your boy over here. I'm at work. They got me washing dishes, but I wouldn't miss the podcast. Guys, hey, I love the commitment right there. Hopefully, manager don't see it. That's awesome, man. I love it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and appreciate it, Tommy. Shout out to
And
him.
then-
You know.
The last one is this Mel's.
hold on, we
Pro-
gotta get everyone's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to give everybody.
You just gave it an 8 and that's it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
no, I'm at an 8.
You're at
I
an 8.
got to ask Josh too.
No comment.
Josh is putting up
He
5
doesn't.
of
He
it.
doesn't have to speak. He can just hold up a
He
number.
got
What did he say on the pretzels though? What did you say on the
5
pretzels? 7.
7
All
on the
right.
pretzels?
Solid 7.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we got
thought-
solid 7.
All right. So
The brittle though.
on the brittle, I'm still probably going 6. I'm like, brittle's good. I expect a different flavor when I see Nashville hot. It's not bad. It's definitely worth a try. If you happen to be in a store and you see the Brittle Brothers Nashville hot peanut brittle, especially if you like peanut brittle. It's pretty good. It's
got a
worth trying. Solid
kick.
6.
Nice little kick to it.
What do you got over there, Brian?
I'll give it a 7. I like the sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does a little bit spicier, but I'll give it a 7. It's not bad.
I agree. I agree with a nice little 7 score. You know, like Brent said, just a teens hotter would have had a little bit higher rating. But overall, I'm not like a big hot guy, and that's like has like a good kick to it.
Yeah.
With the brittle mix.
Yeah,
so.
good brittle.
Yeah.
Spicier.
Absolutely.
If it's called Nashville hot,
And it's
make
made
it
in
hot,
Nashville.
you know?
No.
Yeah, they should make it. Just cover it in some hot sauce or something.
But the last one we got is this Ballpark Crunch Mel's Toffee. I do not want to try this again.
Yeah,
No.
I don't either. I like it, but yeah, I know what it tastes like.
I was.
It gets stuck in my tooth.
I honestly, I didn't care for it.
No?
No, I meant like.
Do you like toffee?
I love toffee.
It tastes like coffee. You know?
No, but it
I know.
it sticks to my teeth. The
consistency.
texture
Yeah,
is
yeah.
off. I don't like it. It's a 2. It's a.
If it was mixed with maybe a little something different, it might up it a little, but I mean, it's really not bad, you know. All right, Brent's at a 2. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
Randall, what do you got? Because he's the only one. All right.
I'll give it a 4.
Yeah,
I mean, the flavor wasn't that bad, but it was sticking to my teeth and it was getting pretty annoying.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk and it's not stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, so I'll give it a 4.
All right, yeah. I'll do a teens better and give it a 5 just because, you know, I think it could be better if you add a little bit different, you know, mixture in there, but it just tastes kind of like toffee to me, and yeah, it got stuck in my teeth a little bit, which toffee is supposed to do, but
I'm going 8.5.
8.5.
I knew it. I know. He likes this stuff. He low-key.
Well, you can
He
take
was
that
the
on the
only
race.
one that had a...
Honestly, I like a little toffee sticking to my teeth. It makes it fun to eat.
That's why I don't like sugar daddies. You ever had like this?
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Now, those are a little different, though, because they're, like, extra sticky. Like, those at least, like, stays together. Like, it sticks to your
Yeah.
teeth, but it stays together as a whole.
I might keep this handy if I've got get a flat tire and I need to plug it and just choose
Get a
some of this
flat
up,
tire.
stick it on there to plug the tire.
Yeah.
Dave over here said pretzels are dry as hell. Dave, I'm going to tell you, those Pop Daddy
Get
pretzels,
cheese
bro,
sauce.
those ain't bad. They ain't too dry.
You gotta have something to eat pretzels with.
Dave said, Rendo, you a wild boy. Man, Dave, I appreciate it, dude. You know, just trying to
Said
do
you
my
a wild
thing, bro.
boy.
Just trying to do my thing. Yeah, I'm going 8.5 on the Mel's, though. I like all the stuff that's in it. It tastes pretty good, even with the pretzels.
I thought with the sports team, it sounded in theory, it sounded good.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
theory,
In
it's like,
theory,
you know,
it sounded good.
should
But
have been a good snack.
you know, somebody at Lay's thought in theory, IHOP potato chips would taste good.
That's absolutely right.
Now they're standing in some sort of soup
We
kitchen
were all
because
pretty
they lost their
excited
job.
about that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I was just like,
Well, those are 3 good snacks, though. I'm like, I can dig it. That was enjoyable.
Cool.
Very enjoyable.
yeah, man.
That
good.
just about wraps it up for us, though, tonight. We are just about out of time.
Yep.
And with that, you know, we'll go ahead and start wrapping this thing up and signing it off. I want to thank everybody out there. Thank all you fans out there. Thank everybody who's,
Thank you.
man, looking at the comments on here. I mean, dude, look at this.
Yeah,
Look,
we're getting more
I've
more
never had to
comments.
scroll
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this
The
on
engagement's
comments.
been really good
Yeah,
tonight.
Tonight
I
was
love
awesome.
the engagement.
Everybody
Brian Lopez
who
is a big part.
Absolutely. Everybody who came on here to support their boy Brian, everybody who's a fan of the podcast, who subscribed and just wanted to be a part and see everything. Man, great engagement tonight. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. And for all you subscribers out there who didn't make it on into the comments or anything tonight, we want to thank you too for just being a part of the Sports Bites family. Thank you all so much.
Yep.
For being a part of this, for helping keep us motivated to keep pushing forward and look for bigger and better things.
And they can rewatch it as well.
Absolutely.
Guys that didn't catch us live.
You know how it is.
Rewatch, likes, comments.
Also want to throw our shout out. You know, we get that shout out each episode to our man behind the scenes over here, Josh Richards. Josh, thanks for keeping us going tonight, buddy.
Josh,
Always
Josh.
Appreciate
appreciated,
you.
man. Thank you so much.
Sir.
And last but not least, certainly not least, we want to thank our special guest tonight, Brian
Thank you,
Lopez.
Brian.
Brian, thank you so much for being on the pod tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations
Some
for
looks,
your
man.
team.
Yeah, man. Good luck with everything.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
And yeah, with that, you know, I guess we'll call it like we always do. Sports Bites. We are Sports Bites, your #1 sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds.
Sports.
And
Snacks.
Brian, let's take it away with the chant. Let's finish it off like that. Start us off.
Do it.
Sha la 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 la.
Ole, ganes. Sha la 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 la. Ole, ganes.
One more time.
Sha la 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 la. Ole, ganes.
Yeah. Brian, thanks so much. It was awesome, man. Thank you so much. And everybody, y'all have a great night. Thanks for being a part of it. We love you. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace.
Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag.